Welcome to episode 34 of the Student Pilot Cast, Solo, Shorts, Softs, and FOD. I'm Bill Williams, and I'm learning to fly in front of the world. Come join me as I do a little solo work on my short and soft field takeoffs and landings.
Chandler Ground, Cherokee 2148, Yankees at Chandler Air Service. We have Alpha, and we like to stay in the pattern.
What does it take to be an angel? Where does the sun go when it sleeps? Is every star that shines so brightly in the sky?
Welcome back, everyone. I'm excited to bring you another training flight as I was trying to finish up stage 3 of my training. Before we get started into this flight, let me bring you up to speed on where I was at in my training and what I needed to do in the next few days. So we'll start on where I was at. To this point, I had 38.8 total hours, 6.4 of it solo, and 149 landings. I was finishing up stage 3 of 4 in my school syllabus, and I needed to prepare for my stage 3 check with one of the senior pilots. Again, because I was training under Part 141, I needed to make sure all of the scheduled flight lessons were completed before I could do the stage check and before I could move on to the next stage. And I had missed one of my solo flights earlier because of weather. Because of scheduling, this solo flight in which I was to practice shorts and softs wasn't able to be completed before my next scheduled flight, so it sort of got pushed back over and over again. Now that I was 2 or 3 days from my stage check, my instructor and I reviewed my file, and we realized that I was missing this flight and I couldn't move on without it. We looked at the schedule and realized that I had a flight scheduled that day, then one the next, then my stage check the following day. Luckily, we were able to move things around a bit, moved my stage check till late afternoon, and I was able to schedule a solo makeup flight the morning of my stage check. Again, in Part 141, it doesn't really matter if you need the flight or not. If it's part of the syllabus, you must do it to stay enrolled in the Part 141 training. None of this rigidity is necessary when training under Part 61 rules, so that's a little bit different. So in a nutshell, this meant that I would do this solo flight today, practicing shorts and softs. This was scheduled. Then the next day, I'd be doing a dual flight for preparation for my Stage 3 check, also one of my scheduled flights. Then I would do another solo flight to do additional practice and prep for that stage check, anything that I needed to work on, after my dual. And then the following morning, I would do a solo makeup flight for the one that I had missed earlier, again practicing shorts and softs, and then later on that day, do the actual stage check. Whoa! So that's 5 training flights in 3 days. It's a little bit grueling. We'll start with this one today in this episode with that first solo flight, staying in the pattern for short and soft field landing and takeoff procedures practice. We'll start here in the cockpit, grabbing the ATIS just after starting up.
Chandler Tower Formation Alpha, 1447 Zulu observation, wind 08012, visibility 40, view clouds at 25,000, temperature 32, dew point 16, altimeter 29er, 85, visual approach in use, landing and departing runways 4, left and right. Noticed airmen, multiple obstructions in the vicinity of Chandler Airport up to 310 feet AGL. All departing aircraft advise ground control direction of departure on contact. Use caution for bird activity in the vicinity of Chandler Airport. Advise on initial contact that you have Alpha.
Well, as you heard, it's a pretty nice day for flying, albeit with a bit of a crosswind. It said it was 080 at 12 knots, so landing on runways 4, that puts me at about an 8-knot right crosswind. At this point in my training, that wasn't a lot, but I sure wouldn't have wanted to do my first solo in those conditions, so it would be good practice. As it was, I was pretty excited about it because the concept of handling crosswinds was starting to gel for me, and I was going to get the chance this day to get some good practice in. To this day, I actually enjoy a nice steady crosswind like this one. It's sort of fun landing on one wheel at a time. It's the gusting or more severe crosswinds that I like to avoid now. As it has made for some, let's say, exciting landings over the last year or so that I've been flying, but I digress. Here I had a nice steady crosswind to practice in and a chance to get some short field and soft field landing practice in for my Stage 3 check that was going to happen later that week. Should be a good one. So I switched over to ground and instantly heard something I hadn't heard before.
Airport 1, we had an aircraft report a piece of FOD on runway 4 left of beam Foxtrot.
Affirmative, I'll go check it out.
Airport 1, thank you, sir.
So the ground controller was contacting Airport 1, quote-unquote, which is presumably one of the ground maintenance vehicles on the airport. He noted that another aircraft reported some FOD on the main runway that I'd be taken off from. I had never heard this on the radio before, but I had heard the term before. For those who haven't, FOD, or FOD in this case, is an acronym that stands for Foreign Object Debris, and it's used to indicate anything that shouldn't be there. Sometimes it's a small part from another airplane or other machinery. It could be an injured string or dead animal or just some thing that has been blown onto the movement area or the runway on the field or something. Incidentally, FOD is also the call sign of a certain budding aviation enthusiast that has already made a couple of trips to Oshkosh with his dad, the infamous Stephen Force of the Airspeed podcast. But that's a whole other matter. In any case, one of the airport maintenance personnel would be going out to clean up this piece of FOD. You'll hear some of this going on the ground frequency as we go forward here. Keep in mind that the maintenance truck, Airport 1, still needs to get clearances on taxiways and runways, just like any other aircraft or anybody else on the field for that matter. After all, we're all sharing the same pavement. After they were squared away, I made my initial call to ground.
Chandler Ground, Cherokee 2148, Yankees at Chandler Air Service. We have Alpha, and we'd like to stay in the pattern.
Cherokee 214, Yankee Chandler Ground, taxi to runway 4 left via Alpha Delta.
Taxi to 4 left via Alpha Delta 48, Yankee.
Cherokee 4 Yankees, is this going to be touch and goes or taxi backs?
We're going to start with touch and goes and may request taxi backs shortly. 48 Yankee.
Cherokee 4 Yankee, roger.
So it turned out that it was a pretty busy morning. This was the frequency just after I got my clearance. Everybody was leaving at once. I guess that's what happens when you're flying first thing in the morning in the summer in Phoenix. Everyone wants to beat the heat.
Chandler Ground, Katana 223, November Delta. Information Alpha. Taxi from the tanks to active.
Katana 223, November Delta, Chandler Ground, taxi to runway 4 left via Alpha Delta.
223, no, Delta. Taxi to 4 left via no, Delta.
Katana 3, November Delta, say direction of departure.
This is Scottsdale.
Katana 3, November Delta, roger.
Chandler Ground, Cessna 61097, request taxi to 4, departing to the north, Wood Alpha.
Cessna 61097, Chandler Ground, taxi to runway 4 left via Alpha Delta.
097, 4 left, Alpha Delta.
Cessna 097, I'm sorry, missed. To verify you do have Alpha?
With Alpha, 097.
Cessna 097, thank you.
29er 63, Juliet Mike's going to hold short of November and 22 right to the transient ramp.
Mooney 963, Juliet Mike, hold short of runway 4 left.
Holding short of 4 left at November, 3 Juliet Mike.
Mooney 3 Juliet Mike, and contact tower 133.1, please, between the runways.
Okay.
By this time, I was at the run-up area at the arrival end of 4 left, and I was about to do my run-up. I'll include the radio chatter during my run-up, as you'll hear a little bit more about the FOD on the runway.
Okay, so 2,000 RPM, carb heat, slight drop, Ags, section, it's good.
2963 Juliet Mike is clear of 4 left at November to the transient ramp.
2963 Juliet Mike, Chandler Ground, taxi to the ramp. Good day.
Juliet Mike, thank you.
Mooney 3 Juliet Mike, you guys going to be going back out again today?
I'm going to be leaving here in about a half hour or so, just back to Carefree.
Mooney 3 Juliet Mike, thank you.
Okay.
Chandler Ground, Airport 1.
Airport 1, Chandler Ground.
Airport 1's a beam Foxtrot, trying to locate that piece of FOD.
Airport 1, you can proceed across taxiway Alpha into the infield.
1's crossing Alpha to the infield.
Airport 1, the piece of FOD is actually it'll be on your right-hand side, just prior to Foxtrot, and it appears to be, it's prior to the black sign ahead to your right there.
That's affirmative, I have it.
Airport 1, 1, Roger. You can contact Tower 126.1 for the runway.
So I finished up my run-up a moment later, pulled up short of 4 left, and switched over to the tower frequency. Busy there, too. Also, you'll notice I had some company traffic that must have aborted a takeoff or had some other issue as the tower controller asked if they needed assistance. They declined but asked for a clearance to taxi back to Chandler Air Service. Also, you'll get a little more of the FOD story, and a go-around because of traffic thrown in to boot.
Go ahead, 678 Whiskey Whiskey.
678 Whiskey Whiskey, if able, can you speed up just a little bit?
Roger, 678 Whiskey Whiskey.
Bonanza 42 Tango, verify you have the Cessna head to your left that you're following?
No. Yeah, I've got him now. Bonanza 42 Tango. A little bit off my 10 o'clock.
Bonanza 42 Tango, affirmative. Left crosswind turn approved.
Sure, 1, thank you.
Bonanza 42 Tango, number 2, follow Cessna, runway 4 left, clear touch and go.
Number 2, runway 4 left, clear touch and go, Bonanza 42 Tango.
Cub 281, plan an extended downwind right now. You're number 3, following a Bonanza on a 3-mile final.
We'll extend number 3, 281.
Archer 048, do you require any assistance?
Negative 048, we'd like to taxi back to Chandler Air Service.
Archer 048, roger, taxi the ramp, monitor ground.
048, monitor ground.
Chandler Tower, Airport 1.
Airport 1, Channel Tower.
Airport 1 holding short of Foxtrot to retrieve a bird on runway 4 left.
Airport 1, hold short, runway 4 left. Bonanza 42 Tango, are you going to be able to follow the Cessna traffic?
Bonanza 42 Tango, negative, going around. Request southwest departure.
Bonanza 42 Tango, roger, climb, maintain pattern altitude 2,200, go around runway 4 left.
2,200, go around runway 4 left, 42 Tango.
Cub 281, the Bonanza traffic you were following is going around now. You're number 2 following a Cessna short final, runway 4 left.
281, roger.
Bonanza 42 Tango, squawk VFR.
Squawk VFR, Bonanza 42 Tango, and you want us to make a left turn out?
Bonanza 42 Tango, traffic ahead to your left is a Cub left downwind.
Inside, 42 Tango.
Bonanza 42 Tango, behind the Cub, left turn approved.
42 Tango.
Sheesh, I hadn't even gotten on the runway yet, and it was already an eventful morning. The frequency was packed. There were arrivals lining up, there were departures lining up behind me, and there were dead birds on the runway. I needed to make my call to let them know that I was ready, even though I knew it was obvious I was going to get a hold short. It would be worse if I had waited so long that people in sequence behind me had called the tower first, so I had to break in at some point. I'll let it run until I actually get my clearance and I take off. I was starting with soft field takeoffs and landings.
Chandler Tower, Cherokee 2148 Yankees, holding short of 4 left, ready to go.
Cherokee 21 Yankee, Channel Tower, hold short, runway 4 left.
Holding short of 4 left, 48 Yankee.
Airport 1, proceed on runway 4 left at Foxtrot.
1's on 4 left.
Chandler Tower, helicopter 70562 with you, 126.1 for the GPS 4, right?
Helicopter 70562, Channel Tower, House, approach terminate.
I'd like to terminate full stop, taxi to the ramp.
Helicopter 70562, roger, continue.
Continue, 562. Chandler Tower, Eurofox 696 Hotel Lima at Memorial. Land full stop, information Alpha.
Eurofox 696 Hotel Lima, Channel Tower, squawk VFR and ident.
VFR, ident.
Fox 696 Hotel Lima, Channel Tower, enter left base, runway 4 left, report 2 mile left base.
Yes, report 2 mile left base, 4 left, 05.
Chandler Tower, Airport 1's clear.
Airport 1, roger, thank you. Bonanza 42 Tango, were you going back for another approach with Phoenix?
Negative, we're departing VFR to the southwest.
Bonanza 42 Tango, traffic at your 12 o'clock, 3 miles, indicates 3,300, 0 Fox inbound to Chandler.
Looking 42 Tango.
Air Fox 696 Hotel Lima, pattern altitude 2,200.
Tower 281, roger, come.
Cub 281, Channel Tower, say again.
We'd like to come home, we're out here.
Cub 281, runway 4 left, third touch and go. Cessna 8 Whiskey, squawk VFR.
VFR, 8 Whiskey Whiskey.
Sydney Whiskey Whiskey, right turn southbound approved.
Right turn southbound approved, 8 Whiskey Whiskey.
Sydney 6 Hotel, or correction, Air Fox 6 Hotel Lima, traffic passing off to your right, Bonanza southwestbound. Cherokee 2 and 4 Yankee Channel Tower, make left traffic, runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, make left traffic, 4 left, 48 Yankee.
Up to 1 traffic department prior to arrival at Cherokee.
281, we'll look for traffic. Chandler Tower, Katana 223, November Delta, holding short, 4 left. For departure, Scottsdale.
Spencer in the green, airspeed's allowed. Got 50. And
aircraft calling Channel Tower, ready for departure, say again.
Katana 223, November Delta, holding short, 4 left, for departure to Scottsdale.
Katana 222, correction 223, November Delta, Channel Tower, hold short, runway 4 left.
223, North Delta, holding short, 4 left.
Air Fox 6 Hotel Lima, turn right, follow a Cub, a mile and a half, final, number 2, runway 4 right, clear to land, correction, runway 4 left, clear to land.
0 Fox, follow, plane, clear land, 4 left.
Air Fox 6 Hotel Lima, verify you have the Cub in sight.
Looking right now, do not have it, 0 Fox.
Air Fox 6 Hotel Lima, roger, you should be at your 12 o'clock, 1 mile.
Looking, 0 Fox.
All right, I was finally on my way, so this episode will just be my takeoff. No, I'm just kidding. We can keep going. Like I said earlier, I did a soft field takeoff and would be doing a soft field landing after the circuit. The takeoff basically involved starting with 2 notches of flaps in, making sure not to stop once entering the runway, and keeping full back pressure on the yoke to minimize the chance of the nose wheel digging into the soft surface, in this case, a simulated soft surface. Although asphalt does get pretty soft in Phoenix in the summer. So the power stays up a bit as you enter the runway, and you sort of ease the plane around so as not to make sudden turns or changes in speed. Before getting perfectly parallel to the center line, you're already adding power toward takeoff power, and by the time you're on the center line, the throttle is firewalled. As soon as the airplane is able to be pulled off the runway, you do so. Even though you don't have enough airspeed yet to climb out, you can get it off the ground in ground effect. If you don't know what that is, just ask David from the Pilot's Flight Podlog. He loves talking about ground effect. In any case, you get it just off the ground and you build up to climb speed while in ground effect a few feet off the surface. Then once on climb out, you can slowly retract the flaps and transition into a normal climb. It's pretty fun, actually. As I came around, because of traffic, I was put on an extended downwind, so the trip around the patch would be a little longer than usual. Once I was finally cleared, I set up for a soft field landing, which is essentially a very soft landing with special effort to keep the nose wheel off as long as possible. This usually, at least in the Warrior, involves landing with a little bit of power still in. The idea is, as long as you have enough runway, to touch it down as softly as possible so, again, the landing gear, especially the nose wheel, doesn't dig in.
610907, traffic mile finals of Cherokee, runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
097, clear for takeoff, 4 left.
Cherokee 4 Yankee, traffic department prior to arrivals at Cessna, runway 4 left, clear touch and go.
clear touch and go, we have the traffic for 8 Yankee.
Channel Tower, 72637 is ready for takeoff.
72637, Channel Tower, hold short, runway 4 left.
Hold short, 7637.
Katana 3 November Delta, left turn northbound approved.
3 November Delta, left turn northbound approved. Thanks much.
Helicopter calling Channel Tower for transition, say again.
Helicopter 888 Uniform Hotel is now 6.5 miles north. Southbound transition 2,700 feet Alpha.
Helicopter 888 Uniform Hotel, Channel Tower transition approved at or above 2,700. Altimeter 2985.
2,700 above 888 Uniform Hotel.
From the 0907 traffic at your left departing northbound Katana.
097 traffic in sight.
So while you can't hear much of the actual landing, I guess it was one I was pretty happy with because I said this as I poured on the coals to depart again on the touch and go.
Wow, that was a really nice crosswind landing.
From the 0907, I need you to turn left northbound. You're approaching the south runways, extend the center lines.
097, turning left.
Again, I'll let this go as I'm just lifting off again so you get the idea of how much traffic there was. During this segment, I did not take any dead air out because there wasn't any. You'll hear my whole trip around the pattern in real time. You'll also notice that the tower notified me of a King Air bearing down on me after I was cleared and suggested I expedite the landing a bit. Considering I probably wouldn't fare too well versus a twin turboprop, I shortened up my approach.
Cherokee 4 Yankees, caution for a Cessna correcting off the center line going northbound.
We have the traffic for Yankee.
For the 72637 Channel Tower, left turn northwestbound, approved runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 4 left, that's 637. Tower 649, takeoff 4 left also. Inbound Alpha.
Cessna 49798 Channel Tower, hold short runway 4 left.
Hold short 4 left, 798.
Other aircraft following Channel Tower unanswered, say again.
Sir, King Air 288 Charlie Romeo, just past the gateway, inbound Alpha.
King Air 288 Charlie Romeo, Channel Tower, make left traffic, runway 4 left, report downwind.
Left traffic, 4 left, report downwind, 8 Charlie Romeo.
King Air 8 Charlie Romeo, widen out to your left, you're going to be number 2 following a Cherokee.
Okay, widen out to the right.
King Air 8 Charlie Romeo, affirmative, widen out to the right.
8 Charlie Romeo, welcome.
Cessna 49798 Channel Tower, fly runway heading, runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
Lift takeoff 798 4 left, straight out to
That
the
Cessna correcting in front of me looks like it's barely moving into the wind.
Instructions, fly runway heading.
Runway heading, so 637.
King Air 8 Charlie Romeo, use caution for multiple aircraft ahead to your left and to your right, departing northwestbound.
Alright, looking at 8 Charlie Romeo.
Helicopter 8 Uniform Hotel, traffic to your left about 2 miles, King Air altimeter 2,800, descending for Chandler.
Inside 8 Uniform Hotel.
King Air 8 Charlie Romeo, traffic beam to your left lower northwestbound is a Cessna additional traffic at your 12 o'clock, mile and a half, indicates 2,700, transitioning southbound, helicopter has you in sight.
Alright, we're looking around 8 Charlie Romeo.
King Air 8 Charlie Romeo, helicopter traffic 1 mile, 12 o'clock.
Looking at Charlie Romeo. Channel Tower, certified 60 Charlie Delta, Ruley inbound, practice VOR 4 right with Alpha.
Helicopter 8 Uniform Hotel, verify you still have the King Air in sight.
Affirmative, no factor.
Helicopter Uniform Hotel, roger. King Air 8 Charlie Romeo, helicopter has you in sight, passing behind you, no factor. You're number 2 following a Cherokee, a beam to your left, midfield downwind.
Number 2, looking for the Cherokee 8 Charlie Romeo.
King Air, correction, Cessna 637, left turn westbound, approved.
637, Rich.
Cessna 798, left turn northbound, approved.
798, roger.
Cherokee 4 Yankee, runway 4 left, clear touch and go. Minimum delay on your touch and go, please. King Air traffic to follow.
Clear touch and go, and we'll make it quick for Yankee.
7 Tower 048, 4 left, ready for departure.
Yeah, the practice VOR 4 right.
Arch AT048, Channel Tower, hold short, runway 4 left.
Hold short 048.
Cirrus 560, Charlie Delta, Channel Tower, remain at or above 2,500, report missed approach, stay intentions.
At or above 2,500, and we'll shoot the published miss, 0 Charlie Delta.
Cirrus 0 Charlie Delta, roger, additional traffic ahead to your left, King Air, altimeter 2,400.
Looking for the King Air, 0 Charlie Delta.
King Air 8 Charlie Romeo, traffic ahead to your left, altimeter 2,600, will be at or above 2,500 as a Cirrus inbound.
Okay, looking for him and never to get the traffic to follow inside it. We clear for a base turn.
King Air 8 Charlie Romeo, base turn approved. The Cherokee is on a closer and base approaching final.
0 Charlie Delta has the King Air. He's below us.
Cirrus 0 Charlie Delta, roger. King Air 8 Charlie Romeo, Cirrus has you in sight.
8 Charlie Romeo, got him just above us.
King Air 8 Charlie Romeo, the Cherokee short final, almost over the numbers, runway 4 left, clear to land.
4 left, clear land, 8 Charlie Romeo.
Cirrus 0 Charlie Delta, additional traffic, 1 o'clock, 1 mile, indicates 2,900, helicopter transitioning southbound.
And we have the helicopter, 0 Charlie Delta.
Helicopter 8 Uniform Hotel, traffic a beam to your right, at or above 2,500 is a Cirrus on a practice approach.
Helicopter 8 Uniform Hotel, looking for traffic.
Helicopter 8 Uniform Hotel, I believe the Cirrus is behind to your right, should be no factor.
8 Uniform Hotel, thank you.
Well, I didn't comment on the quality of my landing that time, so I don't remember how it went, but I did get it down and back up off the runway before the King Air overtook me, so I guess it was successful in that regard. I did get from the audio, though, that the King Air was pulling off the runway after landing exactly 60 seconds after I put in my takeoff power to take off again from the touch and go. So he wasn't far behind me for sure, maybe 30 or 40 seconds at most. Good thing I was able to shorten that approach. So I took off again, and while I was on downwind, I let the tower know that I wanted full-stop taxibacks now. I was going to be doing short-field landings and short-field takeoffs.
Archer 2048 Channel Tower. Fly runway heading runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
4 left, cleared for takeoff, runway heading 048.
Chandler Tower, Cherokee 48 Yankee. If possible, we'd like a full-stop taxiback.
Cherokee 4 Yankee, roger. Traffic departing prior arrivals at Cherokee runway 4 left, clear to land.
4 left, clear to land. 48 Yankee.
A short field landing means that you want to use as little runway as possible to get the aircraft down and stopped. This generally, at least in the Warrior, means that the landing itself will actually be a little more aggressive, a little harder as you plant the wheels down, and immediately take the flaps out to stick the aircraft down to the runway and make braking more effective. This approach is generally steeper as well. The point, though, is to touch the gear down right on the numbers in a stall, reducing float, and then get the airplane stopped. Simple, right? Well, it definitely takes practice. So I came in for that landing, and later in the audio I noted to myself that it was a pretty good landing, but that I probably could have had an extra knot or two of speed on the approach. That was probably a good thing, though, as I remember usually being a little fast on the approaches before. I taxied back and got ready to practice a short field takeoff. For this, I would ask for a momentary delay so that I could taxi out very close to the edge of the pavement on the approach into the runway and do a sharp turn to line up on the center line with my tail at the very beginning of the runway, so as not to waste any space on this simulated short field. Then, with the brakes set, increase to full power and then release the brakes to accelerate as fast as possible. Each aircraft has slightly different procedures at this point, but essentially you want to get the aircraft off the runway at the earliest speed possible to maintain a VX climb out until any obstacles are cleared, and then you can lower the nose and continue in a normal VY climb out. Here you go.
Chandler Tower, Cherokee 48 Yankee is ready to go on 4 left. Request momentary delay.
Cherokee 4 Yankee, Channel Tower, hold short runway 4 left.
Holding short 4 left, 48 Yankee.
Cherokee 4 Yankee, make left traffic, runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 4 left, 48 Yankee.
Chandler Tower, Mile 19 Zulu, request frequency change.
Mile 19 Zulu, frequency change approved.
Frequency approved, good day, 19 Zulu.
Cub 281, make left traffic, runway 4 left, change to my frequency 126.1, begin left crosswind as soon as you can.
One with you.
Cherokee 4 Yankee, follow the Cub ahead to your left and close in crosswind, turning downwind for 4 left.
We have traffic, we'll follow 48 Yankee.
Cherokee Sierra Mike, runway 4 right, clear touch and go.
I did a couple more of these and my practice time was up. All in all, it was a good practice day, although a bit busy, so probably fewer actual operations than would have been ideal. The experience in the wind and with all of the traffic more than made up for 1 or 2 fewer landings, though. It was a good day, except, of course, for that bird that was FOD on the runway earlier. It was not a good day for him. After my last one, I just let the tower know that I was beat up and done for the day.
Chandler Tower, Cherokee 48 Yankee would like to just taxi to the ramp.
Cherokee 48 Yankee, contact ground 124.4.
Contact ground 48 Yankee.
Cherokee 851, hold shorter, runway 4 left, remain this frequency.
Okay, fuel pump is off. And standby. Flaps are up. Carb heat's off, of course. Clean the mixture. Chandler ground, Cherokee 2148 Yankees off 4 left at hotel. Like to taxi to the ramp.
Cherokee 214 Yankee, check ground, taxi to the ramp, good day.
Taxi to the ramp, good day, 48 Yankee.
So that does it for this solo practice flight. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I appreciate you listening, and I especially appreciate it when you let me know you're out there. You can do so by sending any comments, suggestions, or feedback to bill@studentpilotcast.com, or simply use the contact link on the website at www.studentpilotcast.com. If you want to keep track of me, you can find the latest happenings by following me on Twitter at www.twitter.com/BillWill. That's BILLWIL. Don't forget to check out Air Freddy's Learning to Fly guide if you want to get some details on flight training if you're interested in starting. I'll put a link to it in the show notes for this episode, as usual on the website. I have one more important shout out to make before we finish up here. The big news of the day is that mytransponder.com is out of beta. All of you should head on over to mytransponder.com and sign up if you haven't already. To commemorate the occasion, I've created a new Fans of the Student Pilot Cast group on MyTransponder, so come by, sign up if you haven't, and by all means join my new group. It's a great way for aviation enthusiasts of all type to stay connected, share airplane and flight details, and generally be social. MyTransponder.com is very cool, and I can't wait to see you all there. Well, that about does it. So don't worry about all of the traffic that may be at an airport on a day like I had that day. It's still way better than gridlocked freeways around town. Short fields, soft fields, high traffic, low traffic, or just a regular old day at the airport. Don't forget that this stuff is great fun. So get out there and fly. The music for today's episode is To Be an Angel by the Canadian band Uncle Seth. You can get more information and subscribe to the Student Pilot Cast using iTunes, Zune, or any other podcast aggregator at www.studentpilotcast.com. Remember, any instruction that you hear in this podcast was meant for me and me alone in the situation that we were in at the time. Please do not try to apply anything you see or hear in this episode or any other episode to your own flying. If you have questions about any aspect of your flying, please consult a qualified CFI.